A couple weeks ago at this point, I had an interaction with a student that I honestly don't remember what they said or what they suggested that they wanted to do. I was sitting in front of the class and they were making a joke. Um, one of those like half sincere jokes. And my response that I gave them was, I'm going to make fun of you, but you should do that. In fact, you should do that even though I'm going to make fun of you. And now I am talking to myself in a Minecraft world to try and better phrase that so to a child that I'm probably never going to tell who doesn't remember this because it's been too long and it wasn't really that big of a deal. But I've been thinking about it for like weeks, and my like entire thought process about what it means to care and not care about things. And I have this thought that I just want to tell these kids, but I don't know how to explain it, and so I'm gonna try to explain this concept that I think would help them so much, but they might just have to learn it themselves. Um, when you're 12, the the most, or I guess the least cool thing you could possibly do is care about anything. Every single person you interacted with is constantly looking down upon the things that you do, and being passionate, I guess would be the right word, or caring about something is lame. Uh, it's lame to care about things, and it's better just to be uncaring. I think this is just part of being a kid and learning what it is, what you actually like, and you're embarrassed because your brain is about about liking things, about the things that you care about being put on a pedestal that's public that people can make fun of. And I think that's scary for a lot of kids and for a lot of people. I don't think it's just kids. I think it's humans in general. We're scared of that concept of sharing what we love to other people. And something I learned, maybe not in college, but like in that time period of my life, probably a little bit earlier actually. I'm going to say actually earlier, but I would say that, not that I'm flexing that I learned this earlier than other people, but I think most people learn this in like college. They figure it out, I think. And I think that's partially due to like just how biology works and how, your brain develops socially and all these aspects. Um, but I think at some point we learn that it's actually cool to care, if that makes sense. And it's not like I'm saying like, oh, everyone's like, oh wow, this guy's cool, but it becomes a point where you realize like, oh, like having a personality requires me to be interested in things, and that requires me to care about things, and showing that care to other people is a good way of like demonstrating to them that you're an interesting person. And uh, that's hard, especially as a 12-year-old who all they're thinking about is how another person sees them at all times. And if I look this way, then people are going to think I'm this, and they're going to judge me, and they're going to hate me, and it's just this constant cycle of stress that you know puberty brings to these kids. And I want to tell them like, nobody cares. No, nobody cares. It's in fact, nobody cares so much that just do it. Like, people are going to think you're cool when you are fully invested in things, and it doesn't matter what other people think at all. It doesn't matter. It's you. You should care about you. And I know this sounds so trite and stereotypical and teacher teacher-esque of just like, you do what you love and don't worry about what other people think. And I almost sound like my mom. And the problem is my mom's right. Like, you shouldn't care, and you should just do the things you enjoy, and eventually you'll find people who enjoy the same things. And I think, however, this leads to the other side of it that I think is it's different than just the your mom said that you should be yourself and stay true to yourself, Disney movie, Pixar stuff. As much truth that has that you should be yourself. There's also the aspect of you're not special. Uh, and what I mean by this is that nobody cares that you like Hazbin Hotel, but that also doesn't make you better than other people. You're because you're unique. There is no such thing as a unique person. I've already met 6 kids who are exactly like you in the last 2 years, but you don't realize that. You think you're different than them, and it's not that they don't have differences. It's not that people don't have individualisms that may make them quote unquote unique than other people. It's just that most people fit into a pattern or a structure that you can pretty reliably count on to have similar traits. And that's not a bad thing. But what happens is people who, these 12-year-olds who do figure it out, they're like, oh, I'm going to lean into not caring so much. I'm not going to care what anyone else thinks. I'm just going to do whatever I want. I'm special. I know what I am. You get the quirked up uh, teenager out of that, and it's not that that's a bad thing. Uh, it's just that it's also a false truth. It's hiding their insecurities, right? Instead of acknowledging that really what they want is socialization, and they want people to see them, right? Because that's what all people want. Even introverted people, they want to be seen to some degree. It's just the amount of how much they want to be seen at a time, right? They want to be seen, and so they fully embrace an identity, something unique. I'm using Hazbin Hotel, and I feel bad, but because I'm not trying to bash on it. My Hero Academia, these are things that the kids that are talking to me about, and they want to be seen as I know, and then they're surprised when I know about it, and they feel like we're in some not club. I don't want to say club, but like we're an in group, and that's really what they want. They don't want to be unique. You don't want to be unique. You want to have something to share with someone else. You want to be seen. You want for your interest to align with someone else in a way that creates a community. And even better, if it feels like it's special because not everyone knows about it. I'm going to be honest with these kids who like Hazbin Hotel. It's a massive show. It's freaking Amazon. Nobody is unaware of this. But for them, it feels special. It feels special because, well, I care about it. And unlike others who don't care, I don't care about their opinion. I don't like something that's different and edgy, as little edgy as Hazbin actually is. I guess I'm kind of rambling now, and I get to do that because that's what this video is about, is me trying to figure out how to better phrase this so that I can explain to 12-year-olds why they simultaneously shouldn't care, but also should care just enough to understand that the reason why they are insecure, the reason why anyone's insecure, is that they're just trying to find people like them. And that's the good news. The good news is that there are lots of people like you in this world. There's so many people like you. In fact, what you think you are as a unique person is an iteration that's been done thousands and thousands of times by the genetic lottery. And it's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. We're designed that way so that we can find sociality easier. It's an evolutionary trait. Sure, throw in God if you want. I don't care. But it's a beautiful way that makes humanity special. It's when you look at the Artemis missions and they're talking about love and how powerful it is and how important it is and how everything looks so small when you're up there. And I know I brought it back to Artemis. I didn't think I would. But all these things that happen, all these experiences that we have, that you think that you are having some unique experience, you're not. And the truth is, nobody cares about it. Nobody cares. But that shouldn't stop you from doing it anyways. You should do the things that you care about. You should do the things that you think are unique or special. Because nobody cares but you. You care. And that's what makes it important. That's what makes it unique. Not because you're unique, not because you're special, because some kids, as much as they need to be told they're special, or people that need to be told they're special, you also need to be told you're not. And that you're just like a 1,000,000,000 people who have lived countless lives, and you should take comfort in that. And still move forward, doing the things you want to do, trying, because you care. Maybe nobody else does, but you do. And that's what gives it value in the end.